Guys, it's me, Wilson, and we're back with another video on F1 2021. And as you can see, we're here for PSGL F1 on the PC side, top tier on PC, the biggest league in the world, as Connor Big C, the owner of this league, likes to say. And yeah, we're here for Austria. Last race wasn't uploaded, mainly due to pretty much I'll just run over it quickly. Qualifying was a bit messy as well. We got through out of Q1, then full quality was cancelled because an AI killed tons of drivers and knocked them out of Q1 who shouldn't have been knocked out. And then there's like there would have been 12 people going into Q3 or something like that. And then short quality, we qualified 10th. So you could say I have an 100% Q3 record technically. And then the race, we had desync with our car, which pretty much means, if you don't know what that means, it means he can't see us or I can't see him. In this case, he couldn't see me, and pretty much I just got destroyed and taken out. And it didn't happen to any other people because pretty much I was the tester bunny. As soon as I got taken out, he was told to retire pretty much, I think, or he'd done it on his own accord. So yeah, that's a real shame. In this time, in this race, they're using the league system to see if it'll fix it. So we'll have to wait and see if that works. Hopefully it does, because it's pretty embarrassing how you can't see other cars on the track. I don't know how this even came about, but it is what it is. We'll have to deal with it. But nevertheless, we're here for Austria. Let's talk about that. Finishing our first run in Q1 on the medium tyre. So just trying to get a feel for the track. Q1 grip is very bad, especially when it's overcasty like this. And coming into this race, we weren't very confident in absolute outright pace. Consistency wasn't too bad, but outright pace, I've never really been anything special here. So we're going to really have to pull something out the bag, but I always do feel I'm pretty competitive when it comes to actually hooking up a lap in the real session. So hopefully I can keep that form coming into here. But as you can see ahead, we have the Ferrari of Benz. He's got an X next to him, and that pretty much means we've got desync with him. So it's a great start already, and as you can see, he's not moving out of the way, mainly due to him not being able to see me. And yeah, we get dirt air, bang, hit the wall, and we're dead. Luckily, no damage. My MFD did pop up, and I'm not too sure if that's trying to indicate rear wing damage, but in these laps, it didn't feel too bad. Maybe I'll use it as an excuse for not getting pole. Spoiler alert. And yeah, but thankfully it didn't happen in our proper soft lap at the end of the run, or end of the quali. We do a low 3.4, which I can't lie, at the time I didn't have much trust that was going to get us through to Q2, but we'll have to wait and see. I would have been shocked if this got us through, so we'll have to wait and see. Will we get through to Q2? You can take your guesses now. And we actually do get through to Q2. I do not know how. My face cam's covering the timing screen, but I have literally no clue how I've managed to do that. But yeah, that's a big surprise. But now we're in to Q2. We're on our final run. Actually, we've already done a lap on new softs actually, and we're on our final run on another set new softs, and it is going to be an 3.246. I'm struggling to see that on my screen here. And yeah, not a bad lap. I did think we would need a high 0.1 to get through, but again, we'll have to wait and see. And we do just get through on a 2.46, so nothing spectacular, but it does the job. It would have been nice if we were a bit more comfortable, like a high 0.1, but we'll take it. And yeah, we're now into Q3. So if that counts as an 100% Q3 record, including Britain 3 times in Q3, I'll take it. You know, first 3 races in PC, it's not going too bad at all. But now we're starting our final run in Q3. So I'm going to take you on a lap around this track at Austria, the Red Bull Ring. Here we go. Coming up to turn 1, you want to be looking for that 100-meter board. Brake just after. Down to 4th gear. We do not take that inside curve very nicely. You want to cut it a bit more. better than I done. You almost want to slice through turn 1. We do it pretty poorly and lose about half tenth coming up to turn 3. You want to brake after the 100-meter board, down to third gear. Try not rear lock too much, but maybe rear lock a little bit to slide the car in, opening DRS, and now down to turn 4. We are up slightly on our delta, so it's not looking too bad. We've gained back what we lost at turn 1. Down to turn 4, brake after the 100-meter board, down to third gear, up to fourth, and a tricky traction zone on the exit there. And then through these corners, I feel like these are one of my weakest corners on the track. I'm very poor at these. We do go a bit wide, but we gain it back on exit. Through here, we lose a buttload of time. In sixth gear, too wide, and we completely missed that apex. We're about a tenth up now, so we could be looking at a 0.2, 0.1 here if all goes well. Into these last two corners, fling it in 180 miles an hour, 7th gear, back down to 5th. Through here, last corner, opening DRS, up the line, and what is it going to be? It's going to be a 1 minute 3.1, which currently puts us P3. Obviously, at the time, I was expecting this to completely tumble us down, so we'll have to see if it does, and see where we end up. But not a horrible lap again, could be much worse, and we actually get put in P5. So I assume a lot of people bottled as well, because times weren't spectacular. I was thinking I'd need a 0.0 for a decent placement. I'll take it. 0.1 isn't the end of the world, and yeah, it'll do the job. So now we're just setting the car up for the race. I didn't really know what fuel to put in, so we just went +1 to be safe, and hope all goes well, because yeah, I don't think anybody really knows how much fuel to put in, and if they do, feel free to come into my DMs and give me some details about that, because it'd be lovely. And yeah, but nevertheless, we're here for round 7 at Austria. We've got 4 lights, 5 red lights, and it's lights out, and away we go. Do we get a good start compared to Statue Light? We actually do. We're going to go round outside. I think the outside for turn 1's better. Danny moves over, which nearly causes us wing damage, but it's okay. Through turn 1, we actually get a decent exit, and Danny's actually trying to give us slipstream, which is very nice of him. This is helping us an absolute ton, and we've got the inside line for turn 2. Coming into turn 3 now, third gear, and we take that very nicely, defending the inside of the track, and we hold P4. So up into P4, the next top 3 ahead of us, not really my fight. If they crash, they crash. I will overtake them, but I'm not going to actively try and overtake them, because I think in general they've got the pace over us. So the plan is now, sit behind them, try and keep with them, and just defend from behind. But you can already see very low in ERS, and at the time I was asking my engineer, is Jarno pushing? I wanted to know the ERS levels, etc. And I was actually informed by my engineer, Jay Ghost, I think he's, yeah, Jay Ghost on Twitter, that he was on 10%. So he was definitely pushing, and I'm sure you can imagine Jarno up here pushing, draining all his ERS isn't the easiest thing in the world to keep up with. So we're definitely having to give it a good crack to keep up, and I don't think I wasn't driving very well either. So we weren't doing too bad, considering how poorly I was driving. But nevertheless, we're on to lap 6, and the pace definitely slowed down a bit. But now the 2 Mercs are absolutely going for it, side by side. This isn't a sight you see often, the 2 Merc drivers, Jarno and Danny, fighting it out on track. Who's going to come out on top? I'm getting a great front row seat of this. Can't lie, I was kind of hoping they'd take each other out, because that would have opened a P2 door up for me pretty nicely. But they don't. But we keep our P4, and we're on to lap 8 now again. Pace has slowed down a bit. We've managed to get a little bit of ERS. We still had to use a little bit to defend, but all is good. We've still kept P4, and again they're fighting. Jarno trying to overtake Yanni as we get sent down the inside, bashed a little. Hopefully no damage to our car, and it is all fine for Britzel. Couldn't make a move on us, and yeah, keep the position. So at this point in the race, I was thinking about pitting. I wasn't too confident on when to pit, but I decided, you know what, we've got to make a gamble. Jarno pulled in, and I thought, right, it can't be that bad if Jarno's pitting. So we do it as well. You cannot extend in PSGL these white lines, or you will get a 5-second penalty. Very strict, but I guess that's the way it's got to be in these top tiers. But we do pit, and if you've ever league raced, or you have any knowledge about the pit lanes in F1, you can already tell we're going to get held, and yeah, we lose about a second there, I'd say, and that is not helpful at all. Jarno holds us, and it's a shame they've still not implemented ghosting. I think they have an esport build as they did in last year, which is a pretty big shame. But yeah, it is a shame they've not really listened to us. It'd be nice to have ghosting, but they're not going to listen to me, to be honest. So there's no point in me running. But nevertheless, on to lap 10. We find ourselves undercutting, I think it's Danny and Tormula. But they actually pit 2 laps after us. And I come to find that these mediums longevity, or they can go the race, but their overall tyre performance drop off is very significant compared to 2 lap, even 1 lap fresher tyres, or that's how I felt. I don't know if it was a setup issue or anything, but I was slowly, every lap, I could slowly feel them getting slightly worse. And at this point, I actually let Yoni by, as we've not got a lot of ERS, and I was like, right, we can let him go. Maybe he can catch Yarno, use quite a bit of his ERS, and maybe we can catch Yarno. So that was the plan, letting Yoni by. I decided to use my brain, unlike some people in this league. Yeah, it's interesting. I won't comment, but here we have Peter going for a move. I don't know why he was going for a move, because this could have dropped us out of DRS, so it was a bit silly. And it could have ended very badly. This is making me go up the inside of Yoni, who leaves absolutely no room, which is also great. And yeah, that happens. So I don't know why I done that, because that could have ended in absolute tears if I went into the side of Yoni, and then we wouldn't have been catching Yarno at all by then. So interesting choice of ERS usage. Then Danny goes for the move. To be honest, if this wasn't Danny, I was probably going to turn in and leave absolutely no space. But since it's Danny, we're close friends, I was leaving space. And I'm sure it's the same for him. I'm sure he would have bashed me off the track if we weren't close mates. So, it is what it is. I was very angry at the time, but it's racing. And then Peter, yeah, for some reason, he drained all of his ERS to passes and then had nothing. Again, I mean, no hate to Peter, but I don't understand why people do this. Like, it makes no sense to me. Like, Racecraft is, I think Racecraft is higher in PS4, to be honest, but maybe I'm just being too judgmental. But skip on to lap 23, pretty far on. We've got Fabrizio behind us, and I think he's actually in very fresh medium tyres. I was getting told by my engineer he pit pretty late, and he was in extremely fresh tyres, so I thought it was best just to let him go. We weren't keeping him behind with his pace, and hopefully maybe he can cause a bit of drama ahead or cause some disruption. And now we actually have the soft runners passing us, so Altstrat seems to be pretty good again. So we just let Lucas by. Again, no point in fighting him, it's literally just going to lose his time. And now again we have Peter Stachulek going for the move, and a lot of moves happening up front, so it's just kicking off all a little bit. We don't go on the curb, we try and hang it around the outside, but it's pretty difficult, as we'll probably hit Lucas if we do this. And now we're wheel spinning about halfway down the straight. We've got Sebastian Job going for a move on us. Our tyres are pretty done at this point, I felt. And yeah, it's all going wrong. As Sebastian Job actually hits the back of Stachulek, and he's definitely got wing damage. I think Stachulek has wing damage. I think Lucas has wing damage. Everyone's got wing damage at this point. And that's the benefits of being a driver like me, I'd say, and being pretty laid back. I mean, I saw Lucas's issue. I think what happened with him is going into turn 3, everyone broke ridiculously early. And I've been in that position before, so I can understand why he had it. But I think, yeah, I think sitting back and just watching it all is definitely helping me. So, yeah, I'll take it. It's went well so far. We're on to lap 31 now, and we are in P7, and if you can't already tell, well, you can't tell by my face cam, I think we're pretty close to the 70% range in the rear tyres, as we have Patrick Sipos in lap 34 going for the move. Up into turn 3, he's in a hard tyre, a lot less wear, he's got 6 seconds of penalties as he shoves his butt in our face. And yeah, then that lets Louis, our teammate for this race, get by. And at this point, we're in 10th place, so we're on the cusp of points. I think we're pretty confident we're going to get points at this point. That wasn't meant to be a pun. And yeah, nothing happened from there. Tyres were dead. Worst things I've ever drove on in my life. I think that was a main reason of me being slow. And I think it was a setup issue. I think I figured it out. I'm not really going to release it to the public. But I think I understand why. And yeah, is what it is. We do come across the line to finish P7, which in the end Looking at the overall picture, that isn't too bad. This could have been way, way worse. And yeah, is what it is. P7 isn't bad. We finally got points. We didn't get stuffed over by the race. I can confirm the Ferrari that was desynced with us actually tried to go for a move on us, but I couldn't see him this time, and I swiped him apparently. So yeah, it's not very good by Codemasters, but I'm sure they get enough hate about it, so I'm not really going to add to the bandwagon of it. And as you can see, I'm looking for Yarno at this point because apparently I heard the drama, as I'm sure you all did. Not going to comment on that. I was just very interested to see what's going on. But nevertheless, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Hopefully, I'll be uploading again next week. Again, sorry if the editing was a little bit choppy. I'm still slowly getting used to it. I think it was better than last time. But yeah, I'm just getting better as I go. I've only done one video, two including this one. So yeah, hopefully I improve over time. But again, if you have enjoyed the video, please leave a like. I stream these every Thursday at 7 PM on my Twitch, Wilson_Hughes. I'll probably be streaming soon, early next week, if you want to keep an eye on that for some interesting things on my Twitter as well. And yeah, if you have enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, notifications on if you're really keen. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.